The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Shirley Ayoko Botchwey, has commissioned a new Chancery building for Ghana's embassy in Brussels, Belgium. Speaking at the commissioning ceremony held virtually on Wednesday, the minister congratulated the head of mission, Ambassador Sena Sian-Boateng, the staff of the embassy, the contractor and the supervisors for the successful completion of the project. According to her, the decision to acquire this Chancery building in a prime area in Brussels as opposed to renting it was informed by a number of important considerations, including long-term cost-saving goals and the need to advance Ghana's interests in Belgium. She stated that, besides the strong bilateral relations between the two countries, Belgium was reputed as the center of European diplomacy as it hosts the headquarters of the European Union, the Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States, and other international organizations.
On behalf of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, I wish to congratulate the head of mission, Ambassador Gina Ama-Blay, the staff of the Berlin mission, and the contractors for the successful completion of the project.
She noted that Ghana's embassy in Brussels desperately needed a befitting chancery to cater for the expansion in staff numbers and to effectively carry out its diplomatic engagements.
The expansion of the consular section of the Berlin mission is also in line with the efforts by the government of Ghana to improve infrastructure at Ghana missions abroad. It is for this reason that government obtained the $50 million United States Societe Generale credit facility, which is being used to acquire new properties and improve existing state-owned properties abroad. The government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo remains committed to addressing the infrastructure needs of our missions abroad.
The investment in the Chancery, she said, also reflected the determination of government to further strengthen Ghana's long-standing bilateral relations with the Kingdom of Belgium, which dates back to the 1960s. The future of Ghana-Belgium relations, according to the Foreign Minister, should not only be focused on the fact that Belgium is the capital of the European Union, but the two countries should work on forging closer ties and the expansion of cooperation in the number of areas for mutual benefit. The relations should also be informed by the increasingly strategic importance of Ghana to the rest of the world, she added. The ambassador of Ghana to Belgium, Sena Sian-Boateng, also expressed the benefits of the new facility, which she said will enhance the image and reputation of Ghana.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for not only approving this project, but also for your abiding faith in us to successfully execute it and the invaluable support you offered us throughout the process.
The Speaker of Ghana's 7th Parliament, Professor Aaron Michael Quay, has called for the strengthening of the Ghana civil service, arguing that a vibrant civil service is what the country needs to implement developmental policies. The Speaker explained that a professional and well-resourced civil service is crucial to national development. Professor Aaron Michael Quay was addressing participants at the launch of the National Development Planning Commission's Annual Progress Report for 2019. The 108-page report assesses the progress of implementation of the medium-term National Development Policy Framework. The coordinated program, dubbed Agenda for Jobs, Creating Prosperity and Equal Opportunity for All, formed the basis for the preparation of a detailed medium-term national policy framework to be implemented from 2018 to 2021. The Speaker used the occasion to commend the NDPC for being restless in the midst of COVID-19 to launch Ghana at 100, a nationally owned long-term perspective, and the 2019 APR report successfully. Professor Michael Quay also advised that lack of coordination among institutions spearheading a similar agenda ought to be addressed to enhance progress towards a feasible national development plan.
In this connection, we need a very strong civil service. A strong civil service. Because a strong civil service allows impersonal implementation of policies. When the implementation process is detached, professionalized, then it makes it possible for planning to become more fruitful You plan and experts apply them. And in this connection, the Indian model is just fantastic. You cannot believe it. The way the institution influences the civil service, their development commission, and the way the civil service, as a result of the relationship over the years, has been able to stay aloof of whether it is Congress party government or whatever. Somehow it works and works very perfectly. And it's because of the strength of the planning authority and the beautiful symbiosis between them and the Civil Service Commission. These are some of the gaps which, if we don't close carefully, we'll find that our efforts will not be appreciated by our compatriots and all those who are in authority.
The Director General of the National Development Planning Commission, Dr. Kojo Essiem Mensah Abrampa, on his part, said highlights of the 2019 Annual Progress Report of the NDPC show significant growth has been recorded for Ghana's economy. Particularly in the area of agriculture, there's been a reduction in non-functional loans. The banking sector reforms have also led to a reduction of these loans as well as an improvement in private sector assets to increase loans.
This morning we went through a discussion of 2019 performance with respect to the economy, social development, infrastructure, human settlement, governance and international relations, and employment. The speakers have concluded in all areas that there have been a lot of successes chalked. If we compare what we did in the previous years to 2019. Growth has been recorded in terms of the economy, particularly in the area of agriculture. We've managed to reduce, especially the non-functional loans. The banking sector reform also led in the development of the reduction of these loans and also improvement in private sector access to these loans. There is still challenges with respect to revenue mobilization. There are still challenges with respect to areas, particularly the private sector, as we're still having challenges in terms of our record in doing business and also our record in terms of competitiveness.
Professor Stephen Adey, the chairman of the National Development Planning Commission, reiterated the Commission's commitment to supporting government's action plan and said the 2019 APR will not only create an opportunity for the public to discuss its content, but all stakeholders would appreciate the achievements of the country without being politicized. Professor Stephen Adey took the opportunity to congratulate the first batch of the Free Senior High School students over their outstanding performance, which has never happened in the history of Ghana.
Something great has happened in this country, whereby the number of students who sat the examination had increased about 15% or so. And yet, the number of passes has increased. Yes, by 1.9%, which means that far more students, because their base, because of the free secondary school, has increased. And it's such a tremendous thing that we should celebrate, that all our children can go to secondary school and the number of passes will increase still. It's something Ghanaians should be proud of and clap for ourselves. Beyond that, this is the first time in the past 5 years where more than 50% of students have passed with an A to C that qualified them for university in 5 years, despite their increased numbers.
Plans are far advanced to rewire all markets in the nation's capital, Accra, to forestall the incidence of fire outbreaks in markets, especially within the Accra metropolitan area. This was revealed by the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, when he paid a surprise visit to the recently devastated pedestrian shopping mall, popularly known as the Hawkers Market at Odorna, to get first-hand information on a fire that broke out at the location on Wednesday. A raging inferno consumed almost the entire market area on Wednesday when fire broke out at the commercial hub around 1 a.m., destroying properties worth hundreds of thousands of Ghana cedis. As at the time the president arrived at the scene, firemen were still putting out embers of the fires in the completely destroyed market. The president was briefed on events that occurred by the municipal chief executive of Korle Klottey, Honorable Ajay Teria, and the executive director of the National Board for Small-Scale Industries, Kosi Yankee Aye, who updated the president on measures taken so far to cushion the plight of the over 3,000 affected market traders.
So we are looking at providing some support to the women and men who have lost their products through the fire.
How soon is that going to be?
Within the next week, we'll start putting things in place. By tomorrow, we've worked with the MCE to ensure he has a database of all of them. So immediately we'll work with him to ensure that they get something within the week or two.
So do you have that access to that information?
Yes, we have. We have got meeting this afternoon.
You know exactly who is who?
Yes, exactly. We do.
You do?
Yes, sir.
Well, so the sooner that can be done, the better.
Sure. Yes, Mr. President.
Oh, this is really sad.
Yes.
What? See how many people are affected?
3,000 something plus.
Later, President Akufo-Addo, in a brief address to the gathered crowd, assured them of government's efforts to assist them from the disaster and confirmed plans to electrically rewire all markets in the metropolis to avert such incidents.
SMS wa antina me bae. Se me dia me ameni baba ready ekoso. Na MC num. One of the say adwuma. One year. One shops in Arsenal. Ye trotro bi edi. Na ya hwe emwa abanso betumi dia baba boa wo. When it me asa when I do myself. Na wiring na wahano so no. Abai baba ye wiring wo markets and one crane nyina. Baba ye nyina. Ya rese bibisa. Ya ma bibisa ensebio. The bottom of was a bibia be ye, a better bibia. Madame Masonia makes some Bako, Madame Massa, Papa.